Mark Saxton.
I'm Joey Cundiff.
And this is Blue Collar Sports Talk. And it's been a minute. Been battled through some sickness.
That's
battled
right.
Through some work scheduling.
Cody.
Just
being
Cody.
Dumb.
Just being Cody, I guess. What a punk. But it is time to talk some shit. And Joey's got a beautiful red can over there.
Yeah, it's going to do its job for now. For now.
He's going to die.
Yeah, everybody does.
So we're going to start off
with some baseball. And so far, I'm right. Tigers are not out of the playoffs yet.
No, they are not.
And you thought I was a fool for saying this. And they're in the thick of it right now. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to the AL here in a second. I do see your Padres are struggling a little bit.
Yeah, as of late.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Standings. So, in the AL, Baltimore's still number 1 seed.
Only by 2 now.
Yeah, they're Toronto is 6 back. Tampa Bay is obviously the 2 out. And Boston 11 back. And New York Yankees 11 back.
What a fall from grace.
Somehow they're still above 500. With the way that Yankees fans are talking, it makes them seem like they're a 30-win ball club right now.
Yeah.
Like, I understand you're not going to make the playoffs and like if you keep this up, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
You're only 5 out of the wild card. I mean, granted, yes, Stan's not doing what you want him to be doing. Judge isn't exactly doing what you want him to be doing.
Been
battling injuries all year. I get it, but welcome to real life baseball, Yankee fans. I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah. And Mark can say that because unlike how he is with the Packers, he grew up being a Padres fan.
They won. It's been a rough 30 years.
This is reminding me of, what was it, like 2016 when the Yankees were doing pretty much this and everybody freaked out?
Yeah, it was the mid 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah, when this happened. So, I mean, what are you going to freak out about? Plus, Rob Manfred was talking about a division realignment anyways with expansion teams. So this would get rid of, like, say, Minnesota struggles winning and the Yankees and Toronto and Red Sox keep winning. With those realignments, they would be in the playoffs, which I don't agree with, but Rob Manfred doing Rob Manfred things.
And honestly, as much as the Yankees have made the playoffs, this is kind of just, it's their turn. It's their turn to take it in the ass.
And it's not even that fucking bad.
No. Like I said, you're 5 out of the wild card. The division's been lost. I don't know why. There's no reason to cry over this now. It's been over. I don't see, even let's pretend for 1 second the Orioles have a fall from grace. The Rays have a fall from grace. I don't see all 3, including Toronto, having an absolute implosion like the Braves a few years ago.
All I'm going to tell Yankees fans is to calm down. You're fine. You're not a 30-win ball club. Because,
take a breath.
I mean, and I get, like, hey, we have this is all this money that we spend. It's time that we win. Oh, all right.
When's the last time we won a championship?
These have been relevant.
Right.
Now to the Central, who is not relevant whatsoever. The Twins, who just got smacked by my Tigers today, they're leading the division at 60-56. Cleveland behind them, 55-60. And don't look now. Detroit's 8 games back. We've been hovering around the
Los Tigres.
5 and 8.
Los Tigres staying right in the thick of it.
And then you got White Sox and the Royals.
They can't win a fight. They can't win a baseball game, and they can't win in the division.
Yeah. And then we got the West. So Texas, first place for now, sitting at 68-47. Houston, 66-49. And whoa, I didn't sell my stock. Seattle's climbing. They're 6 back of the division right now. And
where you fucked up on the Rays, I think I might have fucked up on the Yankees.
Yeah. It happens.
It does.
And then the Angels down there, they have won 1 game since the break. Oh, no, 2 since the break. So, take me... Oh, and then the A's are still technically a baseball
team. They're not eliminated.
No, not quite. the NL, buddy.
All right, going to the East where the Braves just continue to do work.
Told ya.
72-40, 6-4 in their last 10. The Phillies, the division is probably over. The Phillies are 10.5 behind them, 63-52. Miami, hanging around in the wild card area. All right.
They keep losing series.
What do? They do. They're 14 back in the division, 60-56 in the Mets. Ooh, what a
See, Yankees.
What a call. What a call.
Yankees fans, you're acting like you're the Mets right now.
52-62, 21 out, and absolutely selling the farm. And Washington 50-65.
Catching up to the Mets.
Yeah. The Central 62-54. Milwaukee Brewers, the Brew Crew, 5-5 in the last 10. The Cubs, who all of a sudden are in second place, folks. Mm-hmm. Just like I called it at the beginning of the year, they're going to hang around, and they're hanging around. 59-56, only 2.5 out, and they do hold a wild card slot right now. The Reds, who would have thunk? Only Cincinnati, that's for sure. 60-57, also 2.5 out. Pittsburgh, 51-63, 10 out, kind of a fall from grace there. Now, Pittsburgh, last 10, 5-5 with a 2-game losing streak. And here's my concern for the Reds, 2-8 in the last 10. Okay, that's a problem.
But they're also so young that I picked them to be like one of my stronger second half. But I thought the youngness would help them, the youth would help them. But it ultimately,
it's becoming a downfall.
But it's not terrible. You're gonna be all right if you're a Reds fan. I mean, obviously,
you got a lot. Yeah, you got a lot to look forward to. I'm talking this season. Don't pull the plug on this season yet.
No.
St. Louis beating the Rays today, 50-65, 11.5 out.
Weird things happen in baseball.
4-6 in the last 10. The West, the Criminals still lead the division, 66-46, 8-2 in the last 10. And a win streak of 3, taking over the weekend 3 games out of 4 over the Padres. At least we weren't swept. The Giants, Los Gigantes, 62-52, 5 out, 6-4 in the last 10, losing 1 in the last 24 hours. Arizona, 57-57. What a fall from grace. Who called that?
Yeah.
10 out.
You should have bet.
I should have bet. No, if I did, they'd be in first still.
That's true.
7-game
wins right now.
7-game losing streak. 2-8 in the last 10. Now my Padres were hot, staying hot. Went up against the Dodgers, and now they're kind of reality kind of smacked them in the face. But they're still very much in it. 55-59, 12 out of first place. 5-5 in the last 10 with a losing streak of 3, and they're tied to Seattle right now, 1-1. And the Rockies, 45-69. Now, I just want to talk some wild card right quick, okay? In the NL, I said to all the Padres fans back at home, hold on to your hats. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but we will get to the destination. Now we're only 4 out, folks. Remember, a couple weeks ago we were talking about being 10 out.
Yeah.
We're only 4 out now, okay? We're 4 out. Arizona's only 2 ahead of us, right? And 3.5 is all that Miami, Chicago, and Cincy are all ahead of us. That is it. 3.5. Those are the wild card slots ahead of us, folks. We are right there. We are right where I said we would be right after the break. Now, not at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, I said we'd be in first, so
I didn't.
let's not confuse it. But like I said, ye shall not lose faith in the Friar faithful. We do have a tough series, so we got the Mariners, a 2-game series, finishing that up tonight, going to Arizona this weekend.
And then the Orioles.
And then we go home against the Orioles. So we got a tough schedule, but there's some must-wins in there.
It's getting you're cutting it close.
We are. It's cutting close. But I still stand by it. So I say the Phillies and the Padres are your wild card teams.
And that's not what you want to see if you're a Padres fan.
Hey, we'll take it.
Maybe you'll take it.
Hey, well, just like last year, right? We got in by a wild card, and where did we end up? The National League Conference Championship Series.
See, and what I'm thinking as a if if this is to all the Padre fans, this is probably where you want to be, because if you achieved what you were supposed to and you won the division, you're fucking up immediately. Just knowing the Padres.
We need to get hot at the right time.
Yeah.
And I think we're on pace for that. And once again, it's not about winning. I mean, yeah, obviously you'd love to win the division, right?
I think you guys would fuck it up if you wanted this early.
Same. I mean, obviously, you'd love to win the division,
Right.
go into the playoffs, go into the NLCs, and then find your way in the World Series. However, we're only in it for one thing, folks, and that's to win a World Series.
And everybody bitches that the higher seed doesn't get a play before, and they're too cold. So this is their perfect opportunity to get hot.
Just like last year. Hang on to your hats, Friar Faithful.
As long as Rich Hill pitches in the
Well, we need
not
Joe
a starter.
Musgrove. We need Joe Musgrove to come back. That's for sure.
Rich Hill's been getting touched, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Fondled.
Yes. American League wild card. Here's the funny thing, right? Tampa and Houston, which with Baltimore and Texas leading each of those divisions, it's kind of hard to tell who's going to finish those two slots. But the third slot, Toronto, Seattle, Boston, and New York. Those are your battles right there, right?
Yep.
New York and Boston 5 out. Seattle's 2.5 out.
And Seattle is, they're 8-2 in their last 10.
Yep.
So as long as they heat up, I liked Seattle's approach to the trade deadline.
And just like last year, their approach to the end of the season.
Yeah, and Rodriguez is the most beautiful pump fake we've ever seen, ever.
I guess.
He said, "Thou steroid shall not pass." Caught that shit off Tatis. But I really, like you said, those last four are fighting for that third seed. Toronto's known to do some stupid shit at the end of the year. Seattle, last year, we don't have a good sample size on this team, but last year they got hot at the right time. And Angels, you're gonna have to do something, or I don't think Ohtani's gonna be back. And I don't blame you for not trading him, but looking at it now, it sucks. There's no other way to put it. It just
Real
sucks.
quick, guess what I just saw?
Huh.
Guess who the Rangers lost to today?
The
fucking A's.
Oh, that'll happen. Baseball's weird. And the Rays lost to the
Cards.
The Cards. Yeah, that's weird. Baseball's weird.
It's a weird time of the year. The Mets beat the Cubs.
It is. Blake Snell's
and
gonna
the
win
Yankees
fucking
lost to the White
Cy.
Sox 9-2.
All right,
Ouch,
maybe it
man.
is panic time, Yankees.
Ouch, man.
No, I think everybody in that wild card spot, if you're a fan and you decide, hey, the season's over, but if you're going to freak out like a lot of Yankees fans are, I don't get it. You have plenty of time to
Why bother?
Now, if you're really freaking out, just call your young guys up.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too: is a lot of these cats that are rooting for the Yankees, they're not. This is unfamiliar territory, right? They're not winning everything in the regular season. They're shitting a chicken.
Well, and just like how you said, there's not a lot of time, or I said that to you. You're like, this is the time you got to get hot. There's some must-win games now. It's the same thing for the Yankees. The Yankees are in the exact same situation.
They're not any worse.
So it's just, you got to start winning games now. And if you keep losing series, I don't know, in a month from now.
String together a couple of wins, right? Finish August hot. Reassess come August 30th.
And Booney got thrown out.
Yes,
see
he
that?
did. Yes, he did.
He was shit talking a Marine.
Ooh, I did not see that part.
That is a Marine.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, henceforth he lost.
Yeah, I didn't. That's some balls though by Boone.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Boone, but he sticks up for his guys.
That's all you can do as a manager. That's all you can do. I'll never hate on a guy for sticking up for his boys. Saturday, Niebla and Melvin got tossed arguing, and we did end up beating the dog shit out of the Dodgers 8-3. And all you could do is go out there and they called a balk on Snell.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna be honest, I was listening on the radio and I seen it all. He did not balk.
Well, balks are just they're kind of a weird rule. It's one of those that can be left up to interpretation. Now I know there's like a clear, this is the rules, but it gets called so many times where it's like, okay, this is an interpretation call.
Right. Well, and not only that, but there's so many times where sometimes a pitcher moves smoothly enough where you won't catch a balk at all.
And honestly, I thought balks are going to be up so much this year because of the pitch clock.
Yeah, definitely not been a thing though.
But catcher interference,
That has been a huge thing.
holy shit! The last 2 years, there's been over.
I'm a
70.
firm believer they should have never taken away the collision at home. I would much rather lose a catcher. Now, and granted, I don't want guys getting hurt.
Well, he's
So
a
I wanna-
Padres fan. You can afford to lose your catcher.
My main thing is I don't want. I would rather lose a catcher than for example, the Dodgers on Sunday. They came sliding in at home. Sanchez he mistimed the ball, so his knee dropped as he was catching the ball.
Yeah.
They said, well, your knee dropped and blocked the plate. I would much rather Sanchez would have gotten blown the fuck up at the plate than giving the Dodgers, who don't need any help,
Yeah.
another free fucking run.
Yep.
And let's face it, when a judgment call goes back to New York, every single fucking time they're gonna pick the Dodgers in the Dodgers' favor.
Well, even just not saying that it goes in the Dodgers' favor, what are you supposed to do as a catcher? Are you supposed to let them? Okay, if you beat me on the back corner, you get it, because I can't block you, but you can't hit me, but I can't be in the way. Like what? Like
That's
what the
exactly
fuck?
what they want.
You know, and
they want to avoid that collision.
Yeah, but as a
altogether.
catcher, like, what are you supposed to do?
Plus, as a catcher, every catcher nowadays, now we're running fewer and fewer, or we're going to run fewer and fewer. They grew up having to block the fucking plate.
Yeah, and you're going to get blown up, but you're gonna get the out.
This rule's only a couple years old, so I don't know. Do with it what you will, I guess.
But catchers are getting hurt this way.
Now, speaking of hurt and hurt feelings, Women's World Cup.
You know, I'm American, okay? Very. I wanted the United States to win, but if they were going to lose, they lost in the exact way I wanted them to lose. By the foot of none other than the American hero, Megan Rapinoe.
Now, I will say this, taking all political standpoints out, right? Once again, here, Blue Collar, we don't give a fuck about your political view, your political stance, or how you think the world should be. Because here in Blue Collar Sports, we judge you specifically on your athletic ability. That being said, it is a whole lot easier to root against you when all you do is shit on the country that you're supposed to be representing. All you do is bitch and moan about how this country is not good to you.
And you're past your prime, nonetheless.
And all you do is bitch about how men are worthless and women are everything. Now, just to cover a point right quick, last 2 years, she has been pulling numbers from certain studies, and I just wanted to address this right quick, stating that women make 77 cents on the dollar that the men make, right? So, I looked this study up. Do you know what this study was pulling from? Stay-at-home mothers. Of course, if I'm a working man and my wife is staying at home, I am going to make more money than her.
Really? Is that how that works?
Every single fucking time.
I didn't know that.
Now,
That's good to know.
get this. I looked up a study, single men versus single women, who makes more money. Are you ready for this? By about $47,000, women make more than men. Because they find better careers that are meant to pay more and work less. While us dum-dums are going to go to work out in the street.
Please help me.
So, Rapinoe, I don't understand your argument. Okay, I'm going to say that. Now, going off of that, and about 6 teammates from the last World Cup winner of the United States said that they were bullied into do what she wanted to do. It's not a person that you really care to root for. Now, to let's pretend and take all that away right quick, okay?
It's gone.
Just look what she's done strictly athletically for the United States soccer team.
Yeah, it's been a downfall.
But overall, phenomenal.
No. Oh, her career. Yeah.
career.
No, her career. Yes.
Overall, phenomenal. Now, this World Cup. What a fucking shambles that was, huh?
And it wasn't, and we're not only talking about the missed penalty kick.
No, we're talking from
Multiple scoring opportunities in the box, sails over.
from the group
sails to the
stages
left.
on.
He's here.
Oh my goodness, my nephew has just been born. Matthew Lane, welcome to the world, buddy.
Oh, he is here.
Pinche Mateo's here. Looks like a little fucking alien.
It is an alien.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
gonna pause real quick. I don't have anything.
Once again, to Matthew, welcome to the world, buddy. Meet you tomorrow.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
Whoa, little focusing thing. Congratulations, Jimmy. All right.
Yeah. Oh, that tastes mighty good. Let me tell you what.
On to business at hand. So, she was brought in as a sub in each and every game of the World Cup, dating back to the first group stage game.
Right.
Slowed the game down. Missed every scoring opportunity.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, I think she had 7 shots total, and only one of them on target.
Yeah, I believe that was a stat. Again, Facebook stats, ESPN stats, they're kind of fucked.
But they also mix in our heads because all we do is look at stats all day.
Yeah, and porn,
Yeah.
and aliens.
Aliens. Big
Alien
time thing.
porn.
Oh,
Whoa.
not against it.
But what I do want to say is I
Free
think there's...
love.
Exactly. Now, I stayed up, not by choice, but I couldn't sleep. And then all of a sudden, boom, the game was on. 2 a.m. for us. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I am going to watch it. There was a huge coaching discrepancy. You pulled out Alex Morgan, okay? Yes, she's getting older. She's not in her prime anymore.
But she at least was scoring goals.
She is more of a scoring factor than Rapinoe is. At this moment in time, you took her out. I understand you need more juice. There are different ways to create juice than taking out one of your captains.
Right.
Especially when it's looking like a stalemate and you're going to head to PKs. Because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Any coach, this goes for every
Morgan.
sport.
I'd take Morgan over Rapinoe
Well,
in the penalties.
And this is for every sport. Of course you want to win it, given the opportunity, on your hands. You don't want to let it go to overtime. You don't want to go to penalty kicks. I mean, you don't want to get to a shootout. Like, shit like that. You don't want it. But you can see the flow of the game.
You know where it's headed. You
And-
have a gut feeling.
And in your heart of hearts, if you think Megan Rapinoe is going to bring in more of an impact than Alex Morgan, I don't see a world where that makes sense.
Especially the trending news. She was walking most plays. She was behind the play.
But she's
Her
had like
passes-
4 ACL tears. Like,
and
it's gonna
her
happen.
passes weren't even on point. So I mean, now you add everything together, right? Because I said take that all away. We'll talk just athletically. Now you add it all together. Now I'm a firm believer. Based on what she's done, she deserved a slot on the roster out of
Right.
respect.
Right.
It hurt us this time. I would like to say 7 out of 10 times having a star that has done work over the years placed on the roster will do better than
Right.
it will bad.
Right.
This time it didn't work out. Whatever. You add all this together, and the majority of the American fans,
I'm not happy.
we weren't sad that we lost.
No. Like I said, I am sad, but in the way that it happened, hey, if that's the hill you want to die on. Plus, I watched every fucking game of this Women's World Cup before somebody goes, oh, well, you just watched the men's. No, I watched every fucking game.
Same.
The coaching was bad. The team was slow.
And kind of like what we were saying this last World Men's Cup.
About this, it was the same.
We were saying for Germany, right? The crest doesn't play for you. Same for the United States women's team. That crest doesn't play for you. You have to earn every fucking play. And the coaching staff, like you just said, went out and expected every call to go their way,
Yeah.
every ball to fall their way. And the offense was underwhelmingly terrible.
Yep. Shit, I mean, I really think if somebody sees this, takes it out of context, you go back and you watch our men's Gold Cup. You
And
watch
how
that.
pissed we were.
So before you go off and saying some stupid shit, why don't you know something first?
We're all about equal rights here, and all about equal lefts too. If you deserve a motherfucking one, all right.
Speaking of lefts, the Jets left practice feeling angry
Oh,
and frustration, so the practice was cut short. Now the media is spinning it on Aaron Rodgers. I'd like to see what the real story says, but They were doing their 2-minute drills. That's more towards the end of practice. Doing your 2-minute drills and 3 straight 4-and-outs.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers was frustrated with the offensive line and the receivers. Okay. Obviously, this is a 2-minute drill. This
Bound to
has to
happen.
be perfect.
And,
Okay?
and it's bound to happen because you're not going to get this shit straight 100 right off the rip.
Why are we reporting so much on NFL practices like it's a fucking game? I don't get it.
Same. And I already know where you're headed with it.
Yeah.
The Dak talk.
Yeah.
I just want to clear one thing up. Because, and I used this example earlier on the phone with Joey. So, everybody's talking shit. Oh, he's thrown so many picks through practice. We all understand the defense has the same playbook, right? They're on the same team. They have the same uniforms, same
And-
coach, right?
And they're running design plays, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but till you can't fuck it up anymore.
At the very minimum, because they are pros, you're running it at least 4 times a play.
So you don't think Trayvon Diggs he's already he anticipates the throw in NFL games. Sometimes he picks it off, sometimes
He's gonna read the playbook. He's gonna say, "Hey boys, this is what they're lining up in."
And we've already ran it 4 times. I know what the throw. I know the yardage mark when he's supposed to throw, and this is what casual fans don't know. If there in the playbook it says if you want to throw it to this guy, you have till this yard mark to throw it. If you want to throw it to this guy, he can't pass this mark.
Or
That's what it
it's
is.
dependent upon what the safety does.
Right. But and when you're running simple concept routes, just because it's a new offensive playbook, Kellen
new
Moore's
coordinator.
gone. It's gonna fucking happen. You're gonna have to run shit. You're gonna have to go through it.
Get familiar.
What are we talking about?
The same thing, like the Packers posted on social media how great Jordan Love has been, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on the guy. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Well,
Here's the
Jordan
thing.
Love is your
Favorite quarterback. Yes,
Okay,
he is.
all right.
But I will say this. No matter good or how bad he does against our own defense, it doesn't mean shit to me.
because they're running.
I cannot truly judge how Jordan Love is going or is not going to be until after about 3 games into the season.
No, I say Thanksgiving, dude.
Well, I'm saying you're gonna have a good expectation after about good 3 games.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but you could say, for example, say we get to play.
Let me look at your schedule.
Say we get to play the Texans 3 times in a row, okay?
What is this fucking baseball?
But just listen, hear me out. Say we get to play the Texans 3 times in a row, you're gonna be like, okay, I have no idea what the fuck he's gonna do because it was the fucking Texans. Say we beat the Bills 3 weeks in a row, right? Now we might be something serious, okay? We got some things to work off of, right?
I have this. This is even better. This is your opening schedule.
Yeah, I already know it.
Bears, Falcons, Saints at home, Lions, that's, tough. Then you got the Raiders, Broncos, Vikings, and then Rams.
We have a good opportunity at getting in front of this thing. We do.
That's
But what I'm saying
a
is-
favorable schedule.
What
right
I'm
there.
saying is, after those first 3 games, because you got one rival game, I don't care how bad the Bears are. You got one rival game. Okay? The Saints got a new look. Got a new look this year. We don't know. The Falcons, right? So we have a little bit of up and down. After 3 weeks, we'll have a decent expectation after that, right?
I don't know. You still might even. You're still playing teams that you can beat. I think the Lions game will be the biggest. I mean, obviously, out of those 4,
yeah,
the
the Lions
Lions
are the
game is
toughest.
going to be big. But then,
The Raiders,
then you
the
got the Raiders.
Broncos.
The Broncos have a solid ass defense. So do the Saints.
Right.
But they're going to be out without Kamara.
Yes.
Um,
The Vikings, you
I
just
mean,
never
that's a
know.
divisional game. The Rams, you should beat up on. The
Yeah.
Steelers, that's a tough
Yeah.
defense.
The Chargers, that's a tough.
Who
That's
knows?
a tough everything if they want to be.
And you got Lions, Chiefs, Giants. So there's 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
And then Bucks, that's a win. Panthers, that's a win. Vikings, it's late season. They might not be trying. They might
Right.
have the division.
And same with the Bears.
And the Bears might be out. What are we talking about? That is not.
Like I said,
This season might be the best season for
point of it
Jordan
all.
Love.
My main point of all of it was you can't be judging quarterbacks so harshly just in your camps.
It's practice. We
Talking
talking
about
about
practice?
practice?
Motherfucking practice.
Yeah, I mean, these people are just trying to find something to talk about right now.
It's just been a slow. If you don't care about baseball and the Women's World Cup like we do,
Unless you're trying to trade first round picks in baseball.
that's right. It's been slow. So they got to pick something to pick on.
Jimmy.
It's a good one to pick on.
No. We'll give him.
Give him a day.
Yeah.
17 hours.
I do have to go take his dogs out, so 30 minutes.
But that'll do it here. It's been an episode. We appreciate you guys. Have a week.
And Russia and China, fuck off from Alaska. You hear me? You hear me?
We've been doing that for years.
Hey, fuck on off, okay?
I'm just testing.
I'm
testing
telling
the
you.
waters.
Yeah, and guess what? The waters are telling them to back the fuck off.
You ready for that smoke, homie?
Handle Ukraine first. Then come talk to us.
All right. We'll see you guys Friday night with the boys.